Hey, what's up guys, Threat Level Midnight here, and today I got a video for you. It's going to be the review of all the cross Armory upgrades for my Glock 34. I recently did an install video on these, but today we'll put them to the test of the range, see how they perform, and see if they're worth it. So let's take a look at what we got. Alright guys, so please bear with the gunfire. We're out at the range today. First things first, gun is clear. Let's test this +5 base plate out and see if it actually gives us +5. So we have a stock 17 round 9mm mag, and now we should get 22 in the mag. So let's go ahead and see what we can do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
19, 20, 21, and 22, just as advertised. And just to go over the other upgrades, we did the drop-in 3.5 pound trigger, and just feeling it dry fire, it feels great. The reset is really firm, which I can appreciate out of a trigger. So I think we should be able to run this thing real quick. The extended mag release, it feels great too. It's extended in all the right places. You can kind of see, if you can catch the angle here, it's not the same thickness all the way to the back of the grip. It's just kind of bulged out as it gets closer to the trigger guard, which feels really nice and it's comfortable. And then the magwell feels awesome, and it has a nice beveled cut right here in case you need to strip like a factory mag out. If something sticks on you, you can still reach in and strip it out, because it did delete that front bevel that was in the factory Glock Gen 5s. And then also what we did is just the extended takedown lever here. Makes things super easy to get this gun apart. Personally, I wasn't struggling before with it, but it's even easier now. But let's go ahead and get shooting and see how it feels. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just run full mags through the base plate extension and make sure it just feeds reliably from round number 22 all the way back to till it's finished. So we'll go ahead and just run through the mag and make sure it cycles correctly. And that seemed to cycle just fine. Everything felt great. And I'll tell you what, we haven't gotten to the trigger portion of the review yet, but man, phenomenal trigger. The reset is perfect. It's such a stiff reset that it almost just forces your finger right back out, and it gets you ready to break that next shot. So really thrilled with the trigger, but we'll keep running mags throughout the day, because I know one mag is not enough to give it a fair evaluation, but we'll keep running mags through and just see how it goes. Okay, so now what I want to do is just go through some reloads with mags that have just standard base plates on them. I know that some of the mag wells are so big and pronounced that you need to be running extended base plates, but if you look at this one right here, you can see that your standard base plate still sticks below the mag well. So when you're seating a mag, it's no big deal that you don't have an extended base plate, because you still seat them just fine. So I'm just going to go through some reloads, kind of test the controls of our extended release, our mag well. We'll run them off the timer and just see what we can do here. So, super smooth. Intentionally, I threw this old Gen 3 mag in there that binds real bad, just so I could kind of demonstrate that if you need to, in a pinch, this mag well is beveled right here, so you can reach in and strip out a stuck mag. So like I say, I wanted to throw this one in on purpose, knowing full well that it binds like that. So just another feature that's included in this mag well that works out really well. I'm going to try to illustrate the reset on this trigger. It's extremely smooth and very pronounced. I'll just see if I can show you here. So nice smooth break. And I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it's a very pronounced reset. Smooth break, hard reset, and you can see that it pops your finger forward once you get there, and then it's loaded up, ready to go. And I don't know, I'm gonna put the mic next to this thing so you can get a feel for it. Boom. And it's a serious reset on this thing, and I think that's great. So now I just want to show you, I'll see if I can shoot some shots one-handed here and keep this in the frame. And so I can just show you the reset and how it feels. It didn't lock back on that last one, that's all right. Okay, so on that last shot right there, it didn't lock back, so I'm going to investigate that a little bit further. It locks back just fine. It could be because I was shooting one-handed and just got a little soft and it kind of short-stroked a little bit. So I'm just going to run a couple rounds in this thing at a time and just keep running them and make sure this thing locks back every time. Before I go recommending these base plates, I just want to make sure that I induced the failure to lock back on that last shot by shooting one-handed. So I'm just going to load 3 rounds at a time into this mag and just shoot them and make sure we're locking back each time. There's a good lock back right there. And I just want to keep doing this and make sure our spring tension is good and this thing's functioning the way it's supposed to. Lock back there. And I had a feeling it was me, but I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea here that maybe it's not running as well as it should. No, that's a me problem. Every now and then my thumbs hit that extended release. I'll tell you what, some people like the extended releases on the Glocks and the 34s, but for me, I always get my hands right here and it ends up shoving it up every time. So if I could, I would just get rid of that and maybe I'll delete the extended release there. If there's one thing that I have about this Gen 5 34, that's it right there. But it did lock back on that last shot, and we'll keep it going. Lock back there. Walk back there, and I'll just do this one more time. You guys are kind of getting the idea, and to me, I'll call that a shooting one-handed problem there. And lock back there. So I'd say we kind of ruled that out. So far this thing's run off camera. I've run mags through it. It works fine. Reloads with the magwell are great. The extension is great. The trigger is my favorite part so far. I think it's phenomenal. I'm going to take some shots at long range with this, probably at like 100 yards at a reduced C-zone steel, just to get a feel for that trigger press, and a nice soft trigger should help keep me on target on those longer shots. We'll give that a shot today too. We're out here at 50 yards, and just want to see how this thing feels breaking shots off at a little bit more distance. This gun's super capable anyways. I like the Glock 34s. I got a nice long slide. But this trigger should help tighten things up just a bit. Yeah, I'd say so. That felt great. Those are 5 quick hits at 50 yards. Let's push it back a little further. So we're out here at 100 yards. I don't expect perfect hits every time out here at 100. But let's see what we can do. And for those of you worried about the truck, I moved it out of the way just for you. So even though it's in the frame, it is in no danger. All right, let's see what we can do. There we go, first round impact. At the end of each day, I like to kind of put together a dynamic course just to run guns through their paces. It's going to be kind of a shoot and move kind of thing. I just want to see how this the gun with all the cross armory upgrades performs. So we'll go ahead and give it a shot. Ready, sir?
Yes.
Reshoot. All right, so that last run was 20.63, but I missed 2 shots on the smaller steels there, so let's see if we can run that again and clean it up a little bit. Here we go. Well, shot it even worse. But overall today, I think the upgrades to this gun are phenomenal. My reloads were smooth. The trigger is fantastic. I've had a lot of fun reviewing this stuff. And Cross Armory, check them out. They're definitely worth it.